Hello, everybody. Today we're going to work in VPCs. We're going to establish a VPC peering connection between two individual VPCs. So to start, we want to create the two VPCs. We're going to have to log into our AWS console because that's where we're going to start today. That's where we're going to be working. And we're going to go up to the magnifying glass, the search bar up top, and type in VPC. The VPC service will pop up. We will click on that. Once there, you click on the yellow Create VPC in the middle left. We're going to click on VPC only, but when you do VPC and more, just so you can see this, you can create your VPC, your subnet, and your route table all in one. But for today's purpose, I'm going to do VPC only to separate them up individually. So we'll start with a name tag here, and we'll do PROD-VPC. We're going to keep IPv4 CIDR here. And now for the CIDR here, the numbers, we're going to do 10.0.0.0/16. We're going to leave tenancy as default, none for encryption control, and no tags. So again, it's 10.0.0.030/16. And then we're going to click the Create VPC in the bottom right to finish our first one. Once you are done here, it should say in the green up top, successfully created VPC. We now are going to create our second VPC. You can do this by either clicking on the VPC here or your menu here. If you don't see this, you can click the hamburger in the top left and click your VPCs. We're going to repeat the same process here by clicking on the yellow Create VPC on the right. Again, VPC only. The name tag for this one will be MGT-VPC. Again, have the manual input selected. And for this CIDR, you're going to do 192.168.0.0/16. Again, tenancy is default, no encryptions or tags. Just the 192.168.0.0/16. And now we're going to click the Create VPC in the bottom right. And it should say agreed again, successfully created. And now you have your two isolated VPCs. Now we're going to create the subnets. So again, click on this hamburger up top left if you don't have the menu here. And you'll see subnets under your VPCs. And we'll click on subnet. At the top right, you'll see in yellow, create subnet. We will click on that. Once you get there, see the first thing you're going to do is select the VPC from the dropdown. We're going to select the first one we made, which you should see as the PROD-VPC. So we'll click that one. Once here, you're going to scroll down. You're going to see subnet name. We're going to do PROD subnet-A. Next question is availability zone. I'm going to do East 1A. Now for the CIDR block, the second one here, you see the subnet one below. We're going to put 10.0.1.0/24. And see, that's going to give us 256 IPs here in the gray. That's what we'll have to work with. That is plenty. Now you don't want to have any tags here. So when you're all set, you're going to click the Create Subnet in the bottom right yellow. And when you're completed here, the next screen it should have in the green, successfully created. Now we want to create the subnet for our second VPC. So we're going to repeat that process. The top right in yellow, click Create Subnet. Now you can see the drop down for Select VPC. We're going to the other one, the MGT VPC. For that subnet name, we can do MGT subnet-A. For availability zone, we can do the same thing with the 1A. And now for the CIDR block here, the second one, we're going to do 192.168 0.1.0/24. Nothing for tags, and then you're going to click the create subnet in the bottom right in the yellow. Should say successfully created in the green up top. Now we're going to create our peering connection. So again, if you go over here to the dashboard, if you don't see it again, click the hamburger up top and scroll down to you see here at the bottom of the virtual private cloud peering connections. We're going to click on peering connections. And at the top right in the yellow, we're going to click create peering connection. For the name, we can do prod to VT peering. So now the requester, what we're going to want to do is, so it's going to be requesting it from the PROD. And now you're going to scroll down to your acceptor. It's going to be the opposite, which is going to be your MGT. Now we're not going to do any tags on this either. So again, the one that's going to be the first one here, your requester, is a PROD. The one that is going to be the second one here is MGT as your acceptor. And the bottom right, you're going to see create peering connection yellow. We're going to click on that. Once here you see is pending acceptance. Sorry about that, guys. There might be a blip in the video. I had internet issue and then I had a laptop battery die. But so here we are in the peering connection. So the peering connection has been requested. Here's to show you what this looks like. You see I had a couple here I was trying to do before my laptop had died. So you should have the PROD-MGT-peering here. You're going to click on the blue peering connection ID. Once you click there, you're going to see it has pending acceptance, and you have a certain amount of time to do this before it'll automatically reject it. So click on the actions in the blue bubble to the top right, and the drop down, we're going to click accept request. Once you click the accept request, it's going to have a pop-up. It's going to show your full peering connection request with the VPC requester, the acceptor, the requester CIDRs, and then your regions, as well as the owners. We're going to click the yellow accept request in the bottom right, in yellow. Once we're done with that, it should say VPC peering connection has been established. Now we're going to go back to the menu on the left. Again, if you don't see it, press the top left hamburger. We're going to go to the third root tables. Now you're going to find the root table that's going to match your VPC. So for the production, the PROD here, it's going to be this one for me. So I'm going to click on that root table. Once I click here, you're going to see the second blue bubble on the right. It says edit roots. We're going to click on that one. And we're going to click on the add root in the blue bubble on the left. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do the 192.168.0.0/16. And then we're going to go to peering connection. And you're going to see there's going to be a drop down here. Once you click on this PCX, that's going to give you your MGT peering VPC root. Once you're all set with that, we're going to click save because this is what's going to help connect them through the roots. So click on the yellow save changes in the right. Now we're going to do the same thing. Click back on your root tables and the menu. Again, if you don't see it, click on the hamburger. And now we're going to find the MGT. And we're going to click on that blue root table ID. And do the same exact thing, just in reverse. So we're going to go to the edit roots, the second blue bubble on the right. We're going to click that. We're going to go to add root, the blue bubble on the left. And now we're going to do 10.0.0.0/16. Again, drop down to peering connection. Now again, see this was the CIDR of the first VPC. That's where I got those numbers. Again, we see PCX with a magnifying glass. You're going to click on that. You're going to see now we have the MGT pairing. So we click on that. You're going to click the Save Changes in the yellow. And it should say updated route successfully. So what we just had done is you now have a successful VPC peering. So they should be peering to each other. Now, in the future, we can go over, I didn't want to get into the EC2s today, but we can add EC2s with security groups to these different VPCs so we can actually test it. You can see the connection going back and forth. But so what you guys just did today was you just had two VPCs connected through their peering connections. So now that we did this, what you want to do is we're going to go to delete these things. So in the root tables, you go here and you're going to see the root table, click this box, go to the actions blue bubble on the top. We're going to click delete root table. Oh, here, you know what we're going to do. We'll actually go to VPCs first, and we're going to click on the blue actions here, delete VPC. Delete. So let's just delete peering, delete root tables, click delete. So now we've successfully deleted that. Now we're going to go to the VPCs and delete them here. I apologize for that. I forgot we had to delete the peering. And then we do the same thing for the MGT VPC. Actions bubble, delete. You can go into the subnets. Those all should be deleted, and they are. And the root table should be all set too. So we should all be completely deleted. So that's it for today. We were able to put two VPCs together. I apologize for the little internet and battery issue, but we should be all set. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, have a good one.